Here in Chiefs Kingdom today, I want to start with one question that's hanging over this entire offseason. What if the most important decision facing the Kansas City Chiefs right now isn't about free agency, the draft, or cap space, but whether Travis Kelce decides to come back for one more run? From my perspective, this offseason feels heavier than most. Not dramatic, not chaotic, just meaningful. Because when Travis Kelce talks, Chiefs Kingdom listens. And his recent comments on the New Heights podcast, especially about Eric Bieniemy, weren't accidental. They weren't careless. They sounded like someone who still sees himself inside the building. Kelce didn't announce anything. He didn't promise anything. And that matters. Chiefs Kingdom today doesn't deal in rumor recycling. But tone matters. Context matters. And the way Kelce talked about Bieniemy, the emotion, the excitement, the familiarity, felt less like nostalgia and more like anticipation. What Chiefs fans need to understand is this. Travis Kelce has earned the right to control this moment. He's not chasing relevance. He's a future Hall of Famer who helped define the greatest era in franchise history. This is the same franchise that won Super Bowl for 1969 with Len Dawson, then waited decades before Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes transformed it into a modern dynasty. Super Bowl wins in 2020, 2023, and 2024 didn't happen by accident. They happened because of culture, leadership, and trust. Kelce embodies that trust. Patrick Mahomes gets the spotlight, and he deserves it. His creativity, decision-making, and leadership are unmatched. But Mahomes' greatness has always been amplified by chemistry. And no one has been more connected to him on the field than Travis Kelce. On third downs, in the red zone, inside the opponent's 20-yard line, Kelce isn't just running routes. He's reading defenses in real time, adjusting with Mahomes on the fly. That's football IQ. That's years of shared experience. Now, let's be honest. Kelce is not the same physical force he was at his peak. That's reality, not criticism. He finished the season with 76 catches, 851 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Those numbers don't scream dominance, but they don't tell the whole story either. Impact isn't always measured by stats. Defenses still account for him. Safeties still shade his way. Linebackers still hesitate. And that hesitation opens space for everyone else. For Isaiah Pacheco's violent, tone-setting runs, for Mahomes to extend plays, and for this offense to stay efficient when it matters most. That's where Eric Bieniemy comes back into the conversation. In my view, Bieniemy helped bring structure and edge to the Chiefs' offense during its most consistent years. He challenged stars. He demanded execution. Both Mahomes and Kelce grew under that environment. So when Kelce lights up talking about Bieniemy possibly returning, it's fair to believe he sees unfinished business. Still, let's be clear, nothing is confirmed. Kelce himself has said he'll take time and communicate with the team so they can plan. That tells you who he is. This isn't drama. This is professionalism. Around the league, opinions will fly. Some will say it's time to get younger. Others will say, run it back. From my perspective, the real question isn't whether Kelce can still play. The tape says he can. The question is whether he still wants a grind. The preparation, the pain, the expectations that come with playing in Kansas City. Arrowhead isn't easy. Gayha Field is loud, relentless, and demanding. Chiefs Kingdom doesn't just hope for wins. It expects excellence. And that standard hasn't changed just because banners are already hanging. If Travis Kelce returns, it doesn't guarantee another Super Bowl. Football doesn't work that way. But it raises the floor. It stabilizes the offense. It gives Mahomes a familiar anchor as this team continues to chase history in a loaded AFC with rivals like the Bills, Bengals, Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers all standing in the way. And if Kelce decides to walk away, his legacy is untouchable. Championships, records, influence, a name that belongs alongside Derek Thomas and Tony Gonzalez. No asterisks. This moment matters because it reflects who the Chiefs are now, a franchise built on trust, continuity, and culture. No matter what happens, Chiefs Kingdom today will be right here. Honest, passionate, grounded in reality, breaking it all down for the best fan base in football. Stay locked in. Stay loud. This is Chiefs football. This is Chiefs culture. This is Chiefs kingdom.